This is Future Talk.
Future Talk.
Future Talk with Omnia Al-Saleh and Hani Balkis.
Welcome back to Future Talk right here on Pulse 95. It is me, Hani Balkis, with Omnia Al-Saleh, bringing you everything you need to know about what's happening in the tech world and in the UAE. And ladies and gentlemen, we're kickstarting the show off today talking about Google. Now, it has been a while. It's been a year since we talked about Google, Omnia.
Yes, indeed. Google has taken its time to rise to the ranks, but now Google is adding new features in store for subscriptions. So when you go ahead to download some apps, we do get surprised at times with those subscriptions that are not announced at the beginning. But Google is trying to make that clear from the get-go.
Yes, indeed. And we're also talking about how Apple is losing its copyright suit against a security startup. Now, Apple has been having a lot of trouble when it does come to in-store applications in their Apple Store, but now they're losing a copyright suit against a security startup.
And speaking of Apple, we do know that they love to make some unique gadgets, but this one has got to be one of the most unique so far. It's not announced yet, but there are speculations that the newest Apple AirPods Pro 2 could be controlled by clicking your teeth.
Now, Omnia, do you know the joke, is your refrigerator running? Well, you better go and get it, because we're talking about an LG InstaView refrigerator and how it's getting a voice-controlled door for 2021. Now, when we were talking about 2021 as the year for new tech, this was not what I was expecting.
Same, honestly. I did not think we were going to be talking about refrigerators in 2021 becoming a little bit smarter. But in the world of apps, lots is happening as well, because a brand new application for charity work has been launched right here in the UAE. And it allows people to offer and search for free services around them. What is this app? And how can you download it? We're going to be giving you all those details in just a few moments. Lots and lots is in store on today's show, so keep Pulse 95 locked, and we'll be right back.
Daily digital news. Bits and bytes connect our world.
Your quick roundup of everything that is happening in the tech world in the UAE and around the world. Today, Google is making headlines because they have added a brand new feature that is going to be making subscriptions become a lot more clear for users whenever they go ahead and download certain applications. So as a user, right now, you can go ahead and get all the details and the updates about the different offerings on the subscription landing page on the App Store.
Yes, indeed. Now, the section does feature a short description of each service, which is then followed by a Learn More link. Now, they did state that the navigation bar on the Google Store now features a subscription landing page where users can get all the deets and updates about its different offerings, which do include YouTube TV. I didn't know there was a YouTube TV.
Yeah, there is.
YouTube Premium Music, Stadia Pro, Google One, and even Google Fi. Now, we're just seeing right now how Google is expanding, and they want more people to kind of know what kind of subscription they're opting for when they go in for that bundle pack.
Absolutely. And I like the clarity when it comes to downloading applications, because there are many instances when people go ahead to download a certain app not knowing that there is a subscription fee attached to it. So this brand new section that Google will be placing on its App Store will be featuring a short description of every single service that you're going to be getting. And there's also going to be a Learn More link. So once you go ahead and click on that link, it will redirect you to a sign-up page for that particular service. So that new section on the Google Online Store will be basically broken down to shows and music. That would include the YouTube TV, YouTube Premium, YouTube Music Premium, gaming, Stadia Pro, Google Play Pass, storage and security, which would include Google One, Nest Aware, and the phone plan, which would include Google Fi.
Yes, indeed. Now, in other Google-related news, it has been reported that Google is actually testing a new feature that will aggregate videos from Instagram and TikTok in a separate carousel format within the Google app. Now, this will also feature users to watch all the videos from these popular platforms in one separate place. It also will allow Google to retain users on its page. Now, we've been seeing Google doing a lot when it does come to kind of a connectivity type of wise.
Yeah.
Now, we're seeing Google has been updating their terms of service beginning of 2021. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that they're coming in with something big. And they're just setting up the foundation right now. So when they hit us with that big one, we're going to know everything that's going to be happening with Google. Same thing that happened, I believe, what was with Apple.
Yeah.
Apple is giving us the Apple TV, Apple Music, this, that, then
and then
boom.
Bam.
they had that one big subscription service that included Apple Arcade and so many other products or services that was supplied by Apple.
Absolutely, and we've definitely seen different social media giants, different tech giants jump on the subscription service bandwagon, trying to compete with one another, luring different customers into their services. But by far, I think Amazon is winning that platform.
Yeah, Omnia. Well, when you're talking about, you said the social media giant. Well, Google can be considered a social media giant because, well, they do own YouTube, and they did kind of had that Google Meets, the Google Hangouts. They're doing big, and Google has a lot of entities where they strive in. Believe it or not, unlike our friend Microsoft, who has tried but failed miserably lots of times. But let's go and talk about, Omnia, our favorite friend.
Yes.
Let's talk about Apple and how they're losing a copyright suit against a security startup.
Now, this is not the best news for Apple, and they have refused to respond to a request for comment on that case. But a federal judge did dismiss Apple's copyright infringement lawsuit against the cybersecurity startup that basically opened up a case about implications for researchers who find software bugs and vulnerabilities. So the judge actually did announce that Apple has failed to show any legal basis for protecting its entire iOS operating system from security researchers.
Yes, Apple did sue the Florida-based startup in 2019 and claiming its virtualization of iOS software did constitute copyright infringement. Now, for those who don't know, Apple is really big on their own security. Apple won't give the FBI, the CIA, any of their source code. They don't want anyone hacking into their phones. And they actually give big bounty rewards to people who hack into these phones or find bugs. They give big bounty rewards about, I think last time they gave someone $100,000.
I was just going to say $120,000.
$120,000.
If I remember correctly.
Just because they found a bug. And we do know that even when it does come to law enforcement in the United States, and we do know that one of the strongest law enforcements in the world comes out of the United States. And they said, no, we're not giving you the source code. We're not giving you, we're not going to even crack into our own devices, no matter what kind of criminal case it is. Because once we do that, a lot of people are going to be questioning how safe and secure our Apple products are. And granted, it should be that way because Apple products hold our bank information. And soon enough, we're seeing that if you get the COVID-19 vaccine, you will be required to bring out your Apple wallet and show the transaction saying that you got vaccinated. So Apple and smartphones in general are doing a lot of big things. And when you're doing a lot of big things, you need to have that security to back it up.
It's interesting that you mentioned the COVID-19 vaccine certification, because I've been wondering, when people get the vaccine, do we now have to showcase a digital certificate proving that we actually got the vaccine? And will that certificate specify what vaccine you got?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw that in China in the beginning of mid-2020.
With the QR codes.
With the QR codes, if you had COVID or not. But now with the vaccine, I do believe it's going to be implemented in the same way. And I do believe that, just like you said, I think the best way we can kind of go around with this is that not everyone is going to want to have a paper inside of their pockets or a picture, because a picture can be altered.
Absolutely.
The best way to do is to have that app on your phone or Apple Watch or whatever type of software you use that states that, hey, listen, I got vaccinated. Here's the QR code. And the QR code is going to state where you got vaccinated, what type of vaccination it is, and the time and date you got vaccinated for.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's going to basically become more important than your passport, a digital certificate of whether or not you got vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus. Let us know your thoughts. Do you believe that Apple should continue to protect its security, protect its privacy, but also encouraging other people to go ahead and try to break into its system just so that they can see if there are any vulnerabilities in their iOS software updates? Coming up on the show, we're talking about a very, very interesting gadget, the Apple AirPods Pro 2. There are speculations that it could just be controlled by clicking your teeth.
I don't know.
You don't know about it?
I mean, I don't know about using it, clicking my teeth.
I know. I mean, how many times are we going to keep pausing the music?
Gadget of the day.
New tech you might want to play with.
Pulse 95.
Let's say you're walking through the grocery store. You got your groceries in one hand and you got your other groceries in another hand, and you're walking down the aisle, then all of a sudden you get a phone call. And you can't answer because you can't click on your AirPods. So what do?
You click your teeth.
You click your teeth. You go.
That's your tongue.
That's your teeth. You click your teeth.
I don't even know how.
Yeah, how do you do that? So you click your teeth and then you answer the phone call, and it's me, Hani Bilqis with Omnia Saleh, right here on Future Talk, telling you about the Apple AirPods Pro 2 and how it can be controlled via your teeth.
Now, these are all speculations since Apple does love its secrecy, but a lot of analysts have been saying that the Apple AirPods 2 may just be controlled by clicking our teeth. Now, this is a brand new Apple patent that was actually discovered recently by a researcher and an analyst that likes to follow up on what Apple is working
I have
on.
a conspiracy theory, Omnia.
What's your theory?
I feel like nowadays we get so many leaks and rumors from Apple.
Yeah.
I believe
About
that
Apple.
About Apple. I believe that Apple is actually giving this information out willingly and claiming it's a rumor, so more people can jump on it and get more hyped about it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because Omnia, the amount of leaks we have gotten in the past 2 weeks is amazing. We're getting so many leaks about so many things, and this is just, I believe it's a marketing scheme.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, especially because Apple does love its hype and it has a big audience who always want to know what's coming up next with their products.
Not only that, O'Neill, we always talk about how Apple is so safe and secure with their information.
True.
And then patents getting leaked.
How's
make sense.
that happening?
Exactly, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. But the speculation that has been recently released involves using our very own body parts to control the earbuds. And the options are going to be pretty interesting to witness, especially because, how could you be very accurate with clicking your teeth when we're dealing with earbuds or AirPods? But the rumors have already been detecting in-air hand gestures, and now Apple has a patent for a whole new range of input controls, which the latest of them all has been clicking our teeth. Now, for those of you who are wondering, how will this be controlled? Well, it's all going to be controlled through a body sensor system that the AirPod Pro 2 will be able to detect and process as its command.
Yes, and now we do know that there are some less crazy options, which will include shaking your head, moving your arms around, and using both vocal sounds and sub-vocalization sounds, which are undetectable by human ears, to control a pair of earbuds or another wearable device with a through body sensor system. Now, those structures aren't limited to your own body either, since the patent does describe being able to use other objects as well. Now, those examples do include tapping a table or squeezing someone else's arm if you really wanted to. Now, the question that comes into mind is that, let's say I'm at a stage where people are tap dancing.
Does that mean they're going to be turning on and off?
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of they're reaching here when they're coming to the things that they want to include with the Apple AirPods. I feel like they're reaching in this type of set, but it's Apple. And again, these are rumors, so we're not 100% sure. And again, I just feel like they're throwing a lot of things out there for us to grab one or two and say we want that one.
True. And at the same time, I feel like just like Apple AirPods were able to basically distinguish whether or not you're playing music on your phone, and then the minute you're switching to a laptop, they'll immediately realize and start playing the audio on your laptop. I don't see why it wouldn't be possible on our own body as well. Now, what's interesting about it is that even though clicking our teeth seems like it may be inconvenient or cause a lot of struggle when we're using AirPods.
I feel like it'll be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Or uncomfortable.
And it's not just your teeth, though.
What if you're eating?
Oh, then don't wear your AirPods.
Like you're eating an apple.
Do not wear your AirPods. But
or a nut.
It also works with your tongue. So if you click your tongue, that would also either turn on or turn off your AirPods. But I feel like it'll be a lot less annoying than, let's say, telling Siri to play on or off, especially if you're in a meeting. All you'll have to do is click your teeth.
Now, we do know that, though, Apple's technology, again, Omnia, is amazing. And I liked how you brought up if you're using AirPods with your laptop or with your phone, and they'll switch between one another. So if whoever has Apple AirPods or will know what I'm talking about, let's say I have AirPods on and I'm watching something on my phone, then I get a phone call, and as soon as I lift up my phone, the AirPods will switch to my phone, and it doesn't even have to be a phone call. As soon as I switch it, as soon as I pick up my phone, everything will be rerouted to my phone. So I do believe that Apple's technology, when it does come to that, is very good, and I do believe that Apple is capable of doing all the things that we just listed below. But the thing is it practical or not?
I like this question. And to me personally, I don't think it's the most practical, but that's also because we don't see the end product yet. So let us know your thoughts. Do you think it'll be practical?
I don't think it's going to be practical. I mean, maybe the tongue clicking. Maybe that, but again, it might be a little bit awkward. Like you're walking down the grocery aisle, and then all of a sudden you're
someone just clicking their tongues.
Call Siri. It's gonna be pretty weird. So I don't think that. Again, it could be a feature that is there, but you don't have to use it. You can change it, just like Omnia, how you can change the feature about tapping on the back of your phone to screenshot. Maybe you can have it to call your mom.
I hate that feature.
You wanted it.
I absolutely hate it. Do you know how you asked me whether or not every time you set down your phone, it'll take a screenshot?
I told you.
It does.
I told you.
If you just touch your phone, it takes a screenshot.
I told you. I think my dad has the same thing opted for the gesture on the back of the phone.
It's way too annoying.
I want to know your guys' thoughts though. 4215 or on our Instagram at Pulse95 Radio. Do you think this is practical enough or not? And would you click your teeth or tongue or even grab someone's arm to answer a phone call or to
switch music?
Switch music. I don't know, man. Like imagine, like every time you want to change a song, you just like start grabbing your arms.
It's like having to ask from your body permission to use your AirPods.
It's going to be weird, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, man. 4215 or on Instagram at Pulse95 Radio. But we're going to be taking a short break. And when we come back, we're talking about the Community app.
Yes, indeed. An app that will allow you to do little acts of kindness that may just change someone's life. Keep Pulse 95 locked. We'll be right back.
Pulse 95.
Apps all around.
What's worth a click and download?
With the beginning of this year, or every new year, a lot of people tend to set New Year's resolutions, what they'd like to achieve, whether it's in fitness, whether it's in personal growth. But this year, I think, because of 2020 and how tough it was on pretty much everyone, some people, including myself, would like to set a resolution of trying to be kinder to those around us. This could be as simple as asking someone how their day is going, or as big as actually offering a service to someone. And this is exactly why we're bringing you today one application right here in the UAE that will make this process become so much easier.
And it is called Community, with community and unity combined. Now, it is derived from communication and unity and does allow people to offer and search for free services around them. It is about connecting people who are ready to work with people who need work done. Now, again, Omnia, 2020 was a very tough year on a lot of people, the majority of the world. And unemployment rates in the U.S. have skyrocketed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And in the UAE as well, a lot of people were laid off. A lot of people have not getting their full salaries. A lot of people were not getting salaries at all. I know a couple of people who still are getting 25% of their salary because of the pandemic. But here we have an entrepreneur who goes by the name of Mahmoud Sharif, who created the app Community because he does believe that every little act of kindness can make a difference in someone's life.
Yes, indeed. And this application can basically offer free services and consultations to the community members living in the UAE. So it's all about residents in the UAE helping other residents in the UAE free of charge. And this is a very important aspect to highlight, especially in the day and age that we live with. Every service comes with a price.
Yes.
But with this app, these services are completely free. And the best part about it is that you can check out these charity services in both languages, English and Arabic. So no matter what language you speak, you'll be able to help out someone in need.
Yes, now the COVID-19 pandemic was very harsh. And I do believe that we all have to kind of give back. People who are more fortunate and less fortunate need to give back to one another. And I see it's a win-win situation for the person that is giving and the person that is receiving. Because again, I mean, I look at this as an opportunity. Because let's say, for example, Omnia needs a job done on her laptop. And I come whether or not I do it for a fee or I do it for free. And Omni's like, hey, I like what you're doing. I have 15 brothers and sisters who need the same type of help, and I'll pay you 50 dirhams for each. And I just made 1,000 dirhams on the top of my back. And it's more experience being put into your resume. And I like the concept of it. And again, this just goes to show how much technology is shaping our world now and the future, because 15 years ago, you wouldn't have anything close to this.
Exactly. And especially having it so easy to access, through an application. It'll connect people who need help with those who can go ahead and give that service out for free. Now, the pandemic has definitely taught us that nothing is permanent and that things can change overnight. And sadly, a lot of people have watched their entire lives shift within a single day. So this application offers different services that may actually help save either someone's day or someone's life at some point. Services would include, let's say, dropping off an elderly citizen who needs a drive, or even picking them up and taking them to a healthcare facility, helping out with grocery trips, helping out with delivering meals. There are also charity services that are related to helping families and children who may just not be able to fund for their children. But not everything is about money. Some of these services could basically allow those who want to give to offer their expertise and any advice they have, whether it was in finances, whether it was in legal consultations, whether it was even in math and sciences.
Yes. Now, Omni, I do believe that everyone should kind of be more friendly with one another. Now, we don't know what a lot of people went through in general in life, but 2020 was, again, I'm going to say it again, it impacted a lot of people. And I believe 2 days ago, Omni, I was driving back home from work and I saw a car parked on the side, and it did show that it did have a flat tire. And I kind of thought about it for a quick second. I said, should I go and use 10, 20, 30 minutes of my day and help the person out who needs the flat tire? So I kind of parked behind the car. I came down, I knocked on the window. Obviously, I had my mask on and everything. And it was a lady, I think, as old as my mom. I said, Khalto, do you need help or not? She said, yes, I have the flat tire and things like that. I don't know what to do. My sons, they work in Dubai. It's very hard for them to come to Sharjah right now. I said, no problem. Pop the trunk and I'll fix the tire. Now, this isn't the point showing my good deed. The point is that as soon as I start changing the tire, 3 more cars came in and helped me. So this just goes to show that you can make a difference. I went and I helped the person, right? And then 3 other people came and helped me change the tire. So people kind of are motivated by other acts of kindness. If they see someone doing good, they also want to do good. And I didn't even continue changing the tire, Omnia.
Because so many people came out to help.
So many people came out to help. And they're like, you can go on your merry way. We got it covered. We live right here in the neighborhood. If she wants, she can park the car until her sons come. And they took care of the whole ordeal. And that all happened just because I took literally 7 minutes out of my day to go and see what this old elderly lady needed.
I love this story. And it goes to show that it doesn't take much to basically make someone's day or even help someone out. Just like you mentioned, Hani, during 2020, I felt like every person you meet was going through some struggle that you may or may not know about. And just because people come with a smile on their face, it does not mean that they are struggling. So through an app like this, you can, just like you mentioned, change someone's tire for absolutely free, help them, let's say, change a car battery if they're stuck. And it gives you easy access for you to do acts of kindness, to feel good, but to also see God's help in the struggles that you're going through.
Exactly. I like how you mentioned God, whether you're religious or not, because as soon as you do an act of kindness, it will come back to you, whether it's God giving you back whatever good you've done, or it's karma, whatever you believe in. It's doing an act of kindness. It's good to see someone smile because of something you did. I mean, can you imagine? When I was changing the tire, she kept saying prayers for me.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Prayers for the men that were helping me, saying Allah, and just giving us nice words. And just because all we had to do was change the tire, I didn't spend any money. All I had to do was use my own hard work, and I just changed the tire, and I was done. And look how many blessings I got how many prayers I got just from that simple act of kindness.
Well, if you meet someone today, it could be someone you know, or it could be a stranger. Just even if you don't see them needing any help, just ask them how their day is going. But make sure you also go ahead and try out the app Community. You may just find different acts of service that you just have a lot of expertise on. The other people may use your help from. Let us know your thoughts. 4215 Door Ittisalat. Are you going to be downloading this application or not? Coming up on the show, we still have lots and lots in store for you all, because we're going to be talking about a smart refrigerator that is not controlled by clicking your teeth, just like AirPods were, but rather through your voice. You can basically open and close its doors.
So if your refrigerator is running well, you better go and catch it.
Check this out. Check this out.
Pulse 95.
Honey, I don't know about you, but I'm the type of person, and I'm sure a lot of people tuning into us right now would agree. I open and close the fridge multiple times, thinking that something will magically appear within it. But with LG and this brand new feature that they're launching, where you can basically control the doors of your own fridge with your voice, I think I'm just going to be opening and closing that fridge all day long.
Yeah, and you don't even have to use your arms, Omnia. All you have to say is LG open door. And then it opens. Now, I like how you brought up, Omnia, how we always open the door to check maybe magically if new food will appear. Now, I do believe that the new type of opening the refrigerator is opening your talabat or zamaro or whatever.
True.
You open it all the time. I'm hungry. I'll open it. I don't like anything. I'll zoom out or go out of the app and then go back again to the same app to see whether or not maybe a magically new restaurant does appear. But the list of kitchen appliances you can talk to and reasonably expect some sort of response does get longer, with LG's newest and fanciest refrigerators, which are adding a voice-controlled door opening, among a lot of other features. Now, the revamped LG InstaView Door indoor range will make its debut at the fully virtual CES 2021 in just a couple of weeks' time. Now, the CES is a conference that we see a lot of new tech coming out with and groundbreaking tech. Now, obviously, a refrigerator that talks or listens to your voice isn't groundbreaking, but we're looking forward to a lot of new gadgets out of the CES 2021. And we do know that the LG InstaView refrigerator does come with voice recognition and does support the open refrigerator door command. Once you say it, it will open automatically for you, much like a power tailgate on a car.
Now, I know, honey, you mentioned that it's not groundbreaking, news, but for someone, let's say a mother or any person who cooks food and you're carrying so many things in your hands, it will be a lifesaver. The minute you forget like tomato sauce or whatever it is in the fridge, you don't have to open the fridge with full arms anymore. All you'll have to do is tell LG to go ahead and open its doors.
I'll be impressed when it brings the tomato sauce to me.
Oh, God.
Or if it can move around. But I like it. Now, this is also good, Omnia, because you have voice recognition. Now, if you have kids, right, who always open the door and keep closing it and slamming it and stuff like that, and again, voice recognition, so it only will recognize your voice. So you won't have your little kid opening the fridge and taking out the mayonnaise and spreading it everywhere.
Do you remember the days when there used to be a key for the fridge?
The days? I still have a key on my fridge. You think I'm joking?
I know, okay,
Yeah.
for real,
Yeah.
because the fridge has been there for a while.
My mom locks it.
No way.
Yeah, when I'm on a diet.
Well, you see, this is where technology cannot... You just can't compete with the good old lock and key. But instead of locking your refrigerator nowadays, all you'll have to do is make the refrigerator only listen to you, because with the new voice control, the LG doors will basically be very much personalized to your own preferences. But it's also coming with a smart window. So the smart window can basically replace the part of that door of the fridge with glass instead. So the minute you double tap on it, it will turn on the light inside, so you can go ahead and see what's on the shelves without even opening the door.
That's worse.
Why?
Because you just hear me at like 5 a.m. Tack, 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 tack.
Knocking on the fridge.
5:05 a.m. Tack, 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 tack.
What's inside of you?
5:15 a.m.
Oh
Just
my
keep going
God.
and checking, because again, I mean, sometimes when you're bored and hungry, you keep checking the refrigerator to see. But I like the window view on it. It does give it that futuristic look, and I mean, it does kind of put a smaller section of the fridge accessible through a hatch. That way you can reach for the commonly needed items like milk without opening the full door and forcing the refrigerator's compressors to come on. Now, when that does happen, the new models which all use LG's door cooling system, which does have vents through the door panels to better distribute cool air. So I think what I would use it for, I'm addicted to Cola Diet.
Oh, and then you'd just basically be grabbing the Cola Diet without opening the door.
I have it all the time, man. I mean, for me, I don't have actually water bottles in my fridge. I don't like it. I like warm water.
Oh, okay.
I don't like drinking cold water.
So Coke Diet will be replacing the milk and the cold water.
We're replacing everything.
Oh, we're replacing everything.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, added to your cold Coke, LG is also coming out with craft ice. So instead of getting your regular good old, ice cubes, now you'll be getting spherical balls of ice. So that will make drinking cold water even a little bit more glamorous. Lots and lots is coming with LG new fridges in 2021. However, the pricing for the brand new range has not been confirmed yet. People are speculating that it may be more than $8,000 simply because their 2020 fridges have been just as expensive.
When we're looking at the 2020 model lineup, they were ranging from $3,000 all the way to $8,000. And again, just like Omnia said, it is unlikely that these 2021 refrigerators will be less than that because, again, but at the same time, I would not pay 24,000 dirhams for a refrigerator.
But honey, it's an investment. So just like you mentioned, you've had your refrigerator back home for years. You don't change it as often. So I feel like if, let's say, a family...
I will invest, Omnia, but I'm not investing 24,000 dirhams into a refrigerator. I don't care if that thing can walk. I'm not going to...
Even if it walks to honey, he's not planning to invest. Personally, I would. I think, especially if you're planning to keep it for 15 plus years.
What if it breaks?
Oh, in that case, I'll never forgive LG because they just took a hefty $8,000 from me.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you got the means and wants, you can go and get it. $8,000. I think we're going to be seeing all the full capability of these refrigerators at the CES 2021, and obviously we're going to give you all the details on that when that happens, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is Future Talk.
Yes, indeed, and Future Talk is coming to an end, but you can catch us again, same time, same place tomorrow from 2 to 3 p.m. Until then, we have The Only Place to Be at 3 kicking off in less than 3 minutes.
Exactly.
Ahmed Al-Duri is going to be coming in to give you all that you need to know about what's happening in the world of fitness, sports, and mental health. Lots and lots is on his show, so make sure you keep Pulse 95 locked. We'll see them next time.
Yes, we're not jumping in the spaceship today, ladies and gentlemen. We're jumping in the refrigerator and going all the way back to the kitchen.
If you liked this episode of Future Talk, drop a like and subscribe.
Pulse 95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.